What happens when you change your portfolio around? Okay, if your financial advisor is recommending a change of portfolio to you, this typically means that the underlying investments, the funds, or possibly even the stocks, if you're individually invested in stocks, they're going to change the composition of that. Your platform is likely going to stay the same, your trustee is likely going to remain the same, your pension pot is going to remain the same. It's the underlying assets that they're changing around. Now, the majority of people would try to be recommending this to you probably because you haven't had very good growth inside your portfolio, and they're now kind of looking for a way to try to look like they're doing something to complete changes on your portfolio. The sad fact is though, the majority of people who keep changing their portfolios do not outperform the market. They actually perform far worse than people who had invested correctly at the beginning and let their portfolios do the right thing over the course of time. Now, this begs the question, was your portfolio invested correctly at the beginning, or does it now need to be updated and changed by the financial advisor? Or a third option, do they just keep changing your portfolio around all the time to try to reinvent themselves with you, and now suddenly everything is going to be okay? That's what happens a lot in the industry. In my experience, a lot of financial advisors hide or try to hide behind performance. They all talk about performance, 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 because it's what you, the client, want to hear. I can tell you now, performance is the one thing your financial advisor cannot control. They cannot control Gaza, they cannot control Russia, they cannot control America, they cannot control any of that. But so many financial advisors try to control performance because they're too weak to actually say to you, you know what, I can't control performance, but I can control all the other things in terms of your financial planning. So what you really need to understand is before you make any changes to your portfolio, you need to look at what you had before, you need to look at what you're being recommended now and say, are you actually changing anything fundamental that's going to make your portfolio better? Are you lowering your costs? Are you taking on less active management and more passive, which technically speaking for a lot of people ends up having better returns for them? Are you in line with your risk profile? How far away are you from retirement? These are all the more important questions you need to ask for a portfolio change. Now, on that point, I've actually got a full video on the channel which I'm going to be doing on this between active management and passive management. It is a fact, and a very well-known fact in the articles I'll be showing you in my other video, that the majority of active fund managers underperform the market on an annual basis, often despite having all the flashy Bloomberg terminals, all the fancy offices. They do not outperform a passive tracker fund over that same period of time. I'll be explaining all of that in my video which goes into that in a bit more detail. So when it comes to making changes to your portfolio, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be making changes to your portfolio, but you should reach out to an independent financial advisor or advisor as per your country of residence to understand, okay, if my financial advisor is making changes to me, maybe I should actually go out in the market and get an opinion from other people as well. Maybe it might be that my financial advisor is fantastic and I'm going to stay with them. If they're always making portfolio changes to you, they're probably not. But you can understand, do you want to stick with your financial advisor or go away, compare the market? Do you potentially want to move to someone else before you complete these changes? Because if you complete these changes, you'd have to wait another 6, 9, 12, 24, however many months to see any difference in the performance before you're able to make another educated decision as to whether your relationship with your financial advisor is working or not. As always, take care with your assets, and I look forward to receiving your comments below. And as always, please like and subscribe to the channel.